everyone, I'm Infanta doing MCA in Christ University, Bangalore, India. Here I'm going to talk about cloud computing. Cloud computing is all over the news as a cost-effective way to deliver innovative services over the network. How does the cloud computing change the experience of employees and citizens? Yes, for the next 3 minutes I'm going to tell you the what, where, why and how of cloud computing. Recently there has been a talk about cloud computing. But what does it mean? The so-called cloud represents the internet and software that resides on the internet on the cloud. Cloud computing refers to the ability to use software from a web browser and store the resulting data on the server. So, what is basically cloud computing? You might have seen the network with the puffy cloud representing the behind-the-scenes components. The cloud conveys a notation that you don't really need to know the location or the number of servers delivering the service. Depending on the number of people using the service at the same time, the cloud automatically pulls the right number of servers, adding or releasing servers dynamically. This is all about what is cloud computing. Next, coming to why is cloud computing is important. The answer depends upon who you are. First of all, as an end user, cloud computing lets you to run software applications and access data from any place and time and from any computer without the need to ever install, upgrade, troubleshoot software applications physically on a local desktop or server. This is one of the most important elements of cloud computing and why it is very important too. Likewise, cloud computing has its own advantages over other models for developers, corporate users and data administrators. Next, let's move on to some of the applications of cloud computing. The applications of cloud computing are practically limitless. With the right middleware, cloud computing system could execute all the programs a normal computer could run. Windows Hotmail is widely considered as the first cloud computing application. Twitter, MySpace, Wikipedia, YouTube, Facebook, Google Docs and bloggers are all the examples of cloud computing. Google and Microsoft provide development platform that can be accessed with pay-per-use billing model. All these services are examples of cloud computing. Next, we move on to how cloud computing works. In the cloud computing system, there has been a significant workload shift. Local computers no longer have to do all the heavy lifting when it comes to running application. The network of computers that make up the cloud handles them instead. Hardware and software demands on the user sides decrease. The only thing the user computer needs to be able to run is the cloud computing system's interface software, which can be as simple as a web browser, and the cloud's network takes care of the rest. So, next we move on to what makes up the cloud computing system. When talking about a cloud computing system, it's helpful to divide it into two sections, the front end and the back end. They connect to each other through a network, usually the internet. The front end includes the client's computer and the application required to access the cloud computing system. On the back end of the system are the various computers, servers and data storage systems that create the cloud of computing services. In a theory of a cloud computing system could include practically any number of programs you can imagine, from data processing to video games. A central server administers the system, monitoring traffic and client demands to ensure everything runs smoothly. It follows a set of rules called protocols and uses a special kind of software called middleware. Middleware allows networked computers to communicate with each other. Now I'm going to tell you about Azure, a Microsoft product. The Windows Azure platform is a flexible cloud computing platform. It's a cloud services operating system that serves as the development service hosting and service management environment for the Windows Azure platform. Windows Azure provides developers with the on-demand compute and storage to host, scale and manage web applications on the internet through Microsoft data centers. Windows Azure is a flexible platform that supports multiple languages and integrates with your existing on-premises environment. To build applications and services on Windows Azure, developers can use their existing Microsoft Visual Studio expertise. Thank you.